Hi, this is the Drogheda and District Support for Older People. We started in 2011 with absolutely nothing. Today we have 6 major things which we do, and we've just launched another very exciting one in the last few weeks. Our care and repair service, we do maintenance on older people's houses and gardens at a very small fee.
The volunteers, we have 5, maybe 6 sometimes, and the lads really enjoy it because they are super volunteers. They come every day of the week, to the office to get their work.
I just want to say how happy I am to have the feeling of security that these people give me. It's very good when you're living on your own and you're my age.
We have a befriending situation where we actually spend at least an hour with an old person in their home.
I think it's very important that we remember that older people sometimes don't have family, no contact. It's very difficult for them because they're isolated. They go to the town maybe to get a bit of shopping and they feel sometimes a little bit threatened, by absolutely nothing maybe, or groups of young people or whatever. But befriending in the home is really a great setup.
It made a great difference to have somebody that genuinely wanted to discuss with me my interests, and even find that perhaps we had a lot in common, and that we would have great laughter and fun as a result of going over the older times. So when you get up out of your bed in the morning and you have a shower and you dress and you're well and somebody comes along, it makes a big difference in your life.
We organise volunteers to visit older people in their homes. We assess, guard a vet and train our volunteers so that they are best equipped to dealing with loneliness and people isolated in their homes.
We have the Good Morning Drogheda phone service where we phone up about 80 people every morning to make sure they're all safe and well.
Hello.
Morning, that's good morning, Gabrielle.
Drogheda and District Support, I find are great. They really give me a sense of not being on my own, and that's a terrific thing at my age. Now I know another person that they contact as well, and on a regular basis, and they say they're great. They're in the same situation as myself, living on their own, the age they are, and it's great to have that. Particularly for people that of my age that don't have relatives around the place that they can see and talk to, but they keep in contact on a regular basis, find out how you are, ask you what you're doing, etc., without being intrusive, and that's important.
We have Falcherish Stock, which is English conversational classes. These we teach students from all over the world, and we use older people as the teachers.
Our group is called Falcherish Stock, and we run English classes every Tuesday evening for newcomers to Ireland who would like to learn to speak English or to improve their English. We teach in an informal setting with the emphasis on conversation, and all the teachers are voluntary. Most of the teachers would be older people giving back something to the community. I think the teachers get as much out of it as the students. I mean, the students need to learn English, but then we learn a lot from them about their culture and, how they're integrating into Irish society.
We have a distribution centre in the industrial village where we distribute all the incontinence wear for not only older people but also younger children as well.
I run the distribution centre here. We dispense incontinence wear, usually for the elderly but for some children as well. This originally was done with the HSC. They were in the Haymarket, and when they moved they asked for charity to look after this, and we took it on. We have about 600 clients. We run a really good service. We put them into their cars, and 99.9% of the people who come in here love us to bits.
The South Louth Primary Care Services are more than happy with the engagement we have with Drogheda and District Support for older people. Recently, with regard to the provision of incontinence wear in a distribution centre in Green Hills, that has been a tremendous sort of piece of work for the people of the town.
In the office here in the Haymarket, we try to do everything we can to help anybody who might come in for any reason whatsoever.
Our walk-in office here in the Haymarket is open 5 mornings a week. People come to us with various problems, including high electricity bills, maybe they need forms filled out, applying for panic buttons, applying for grants, or simply if they just want to talk.
I work here in the Cottage Hospital. It's a transitional care unit it's a short stay unit where we take clients over from the Lourdes Hospital. These are older people who are not yet ready to go home or they're waiting a home care package or aids and appliances. Drogheda and District Support Services have been an invaluable asset to me in my discharge planning and getting people home safely.
Well, Drogheda and District Support for older people mainly deal with older people, and similarly here in Drogheda Lodge, a lot of our clients would be on the older scale. So we became associates and friends, I like to think, over the last number of years. We like to help each other out, and in many respects, people might pop into Dave and his team in the office below and look for help, and David often give us a phone call to say if somebody here going through dementia or they think they might have early stages of dementia and they'd want advice, and he'd pass on phone numbers.
Our most recent addition is the Trishaw, where we'll be able to take people who live in nursing homes for a spin or a trip in a bicycle along the River Boyne.
As number one citizen, I'm proud to support the Drogheda and District Support for Older People. 120 volunteers caring for our senior citizens in their community. That's good enough reason for me.
We would see that our continued involvement with Drogheda and District Support for older people growing in the years to come.
From Louth Volunteer Centre's perspective, we absolutely love working with Drogheda and District Support for older people. We actually hold them up as best practice in volunteer management, because when we refer volunteers, they always get back. But also the programmes that they deliver, I mean, people love getting involved in those programmes because they're all about inclusion and making sure that older people are not isolated in their community, making sure that they have access to services. And they involve volunteers really positively in that work.
They can represent the voice of older people in the decision-making process because they know what older people need through their services. Drogheda and District Support is a go-to centre for me to find out what are the issues that older people experience when we are developing policy in Louth County Council.